Well, as we love to do, we took a trip up northeast of the state, up to the Akron Canton area. We went a little north of there first and went up to the Cuyahoga Valley Scenic Railroad, checked that out, and with all the fall foliage, it was beautiful. We checked on some beautiful restaurants, great food, and then we traveled down to the Harry London Fannie Mae Chocolate Factory and looked at some of the delicious treats that they make there. We entered our trip right here at the Glenmoor Country Club. You don't want to miss 1 minute of today's show. The city of Canton and Stark County are a treasure just waiting to be discovered. Allyson Bussey gave us some insight on what to do and see while you visit the Stark County region.
We like to call ourselves America's playing field, and that's kind of our little fun take on. Obviously, we're most known for being the home of the Pro Football Hall of Fame, which keeps getting bigger and better every year, and I think that you'll see even bigger things coming from them in the future. So, they've always been kind of our crown jewel, but we've really had a lot of great growth, and we're a very important historical place. We're the home of President McKinley. He's actually entombed here with his family, and there's an amazing science and history museum also on the grounds, so that's a great family attraction. And then we're also, interestingly enough, the only place in the country that has a place dedicated to our nation's first women. We're home to the National First Ladies Library, and you may not even know that exists. We get that a lot, and it's actually part of the National Park System, and it's 2 buildings, and it's all dedicated to our nation's first women. So we're really, fortunate to have that as well. We have places like here, Gervasi, where we're sitting now. Gervasi has only been opened a few years, but wow, has that really thrust us into a new epicenter of culinary tourism and a more upscale experience here in our area, and we're just so thrilled to have them. Our culinary scene is just really on fire, and we even have our own food tour company now. It's called Canton Food Tours. It's a wonderful woman who opened this very successful company, and she does both walking tours of downtown Canton that kind of goes to some of your hip art spots, places to get a drink or some yummy little bites, and some retail as well. And then she also has some van-based tours. So there's really a lot of things to do with the whole culinary scene. The easiest way to do that is to visit us on the web at visitcantonstark.com. No matter what you want, if you're going with a family, on a romantic weekend, we can accommodate that.
With tastes featured from all over the world, the Office Bistro serves up delicious cuisine every single night. Anthony told us more about how you can experience everything the Office Bistro has to offer. So Anthony, tell us a little bit about the Office Bistro.
Well, the Office Bistro has been around for around 8 years now. We have 2 locations, one in Akron and one in Cuyahoga Falls. We're currently sitting in the Cuyahoga Falls location. We've been open for almost 2 years in November. We serve a lot of great food. We've got great drinks. As we're sitting in the bar, we'll probably talk about that a little bit.
What are some of your drinks that people come here especially for?
Basically take a craft cocktail, we put a modern twist on it. And we do all sorts of martinis, we do mojitos, we do twists on Manhattans and old fashions.
Now you're also known for your craft beers. Let's talk about that.
We've done a rotating selection for the past 4 years at both of our locations. We started over in Akron, and now we have a larger selection over at Cuyahoga Falls that we'll be adding even more taps to soon. So it's just a lot of good stuff that are coming from local and national breweries, and what the nice thing is that you can always do something that is different every time that you come in here.
So what are some of your dishes that you do here that people love?
In our appetizers, people love our calamari, they love our banana peppers, our sauerkraut balls are delicious. We've got a nice scale of things that are easy on the first try and stuff that you can try that's a little bit more on the bistro side of cuisine. As far as our sandwiches go, everybody loves our burgers. I love our Cuban sandwich. It's like an authentic Cuban, delicious. And as far as the entrees go, Everybody loves our lobster mac and cheese. Our sesame ahi tuna is amazing.
Do you have a website people can go to find out more?
Yeah, we actually have a website at www.theofficebistro.com, as well as that's on Facebook. We're on Twitter. We're on Pinterest. We're on like every social media site ever. So be able to reach us from any medium.
Built by the Hoover family of vacuum fame, Fieldcrest Estate is a beautiful property that can meet any lodging or gathering need that you can imagine. Tracy Brewer told us more about the history and upcoming events at the estate.
We're a 50-acre estate where we're the former Hoover farm. So we have the inn, which we're in now, and that has 8 rooms, all private baths. We're a bed and breakfast, so you get a continental self-serve breakfast when you stay. And if you happen to stay on the weekend and have a Sunday morning, you can enjoy the brunch at a discount. And the lodge has 3 rooms with private baths that you're welcome to stay in as well. And then we have a fully furnished home called the Tea House that has 3 bedrooms, and you can stay in that as well. We focus a lot on food. We have a weekly Sunday brunch from 10 to 2, and we also do grand buffets for holidays. So Mother's Day and Father's Day, Easter and Thanksgiving, we hold a grand buffet. We also hold unique events. One of them is our Wizards Gathering. This is our 3rd year, and that is something that we have created so people can enjoy dressing up in costume and experiencing different magical classes. We have authentic professors that come and teach those classes. We have a traveling zoo this year that's coming to bring snakes and different things that you can enjoy. And you have a huge dinner in the grand hall, and it has decor that is based on different literature and different like magical movies and things that we try to encourage everyone to dress up and experience something different here in the area. Well, you can check out our website. We're on fieldcrestestate.com. We also have more information about our Wizards Gathering at wizardsgathering.com. We're on all the social media outlets. We're on Pinterest, we're on Instagram, we're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, and we, welcome everyone to, follow us and friend us.
Visit the Out and About Columbus Facebook page now to learn how you can win a free pass to the Haunted Farm just 45 minutes from downtown. Well, from the minute you walk into Lucca's, you're going to find authentic Italian food here in the Canton area. We talked to Josh Schory about the wonderful food they serve here and all the local ingredients that they use. Tell us a little bit about the background of the restaurant.
Well, we wanted to do something that was basically traditional Italian. As much as we go around to different Italian restaurants around here, it's mostly Americanized, but we wanted to take a lot of things where I have experienced myself personally when I've been to Italy and bring those to us. And with that, it's local products and fresh. So we really take pride here at Lucca about doing local products and fresh and just keeping it simple. And that's basically what inspired us about Lucca, is just being based on just those 3 concepts.
You traveled Italy.
I did travel Italy. I've been there twice. Got to experience both the northern and the southern parts of Italy, and got to experience both different cooking traditions in both areas. So I was able to learn a lot when I was over there, because we spent a couple weeks each time over there. In Italian cooking, traditional true Italian cooking, they very much take pride in what the area has to offer. So we try to do that here. We use a local farm called Breezy Hill, but we also go as far as even our cornmeal for our polenta is from Millersburg, Ohio.
Did you name the restaurant after the city or village there?
After the city of Lucca, after the town of Lucca in Tuscany, correct.
So you have live music here as well?
Correct. We do have live music. Sometimes it's a couple days a week. We have that nice grand piano, as you can see right there. And sometimes we actually do a jazz night where we not only have the piano, but the stand-up bass player and the saxophone. And at times we have a jazz singer as well. So we do have quite the entertainment going on here.
You got a website where we can find more information out for the folks coming from Columbus?
Absolutely. It's www.luccadowntown.com.
Well, on our trip to Canton, we stopped by Glenmoor Country Club. This used to be a seminary that was set idle for almost 10 years and then was converted into a luxury resort with a beautiful Jack Nicklaus golf course, a spa, 4 restaurants. We learned all about it from Cindy Mitchell and Shawn Grimes. Well, Shawn, welcome down to Mount Columbus. This is pretty fascinating. You pull up, and what did this building used to be?
Yeah, it was built 1930. And operated as a seminary for boys, high school and college. And it was about 50 years. And then the vision of the Wolstein Group, which is Bart and Iris Wolstein, was to turn it into a global country club that people come and visit. You have the golf course is private. On site, you do have a hotel, workout and exercise facility, 4 restaurants, tennis, pool, golf. So everything's in-house. Jack Nicklaus, obviously, the name speaks for itself. So it is a Nicklaus signature community, which meant he not only designed the golf course, but he stayed for construction, came back for visits to make sure that it was maintained to his specifications.
We're going to head up to the spa and talk to Cindy Mitchell about the spa facilities here. This is a country club,
Yes.
but this spa is open to the public, right?
It's kind of exciting for me because I am able to invite every neighborhood and the whole town in if I'd like to, which we try to do. We do a lot of good things down here. Today we invited in a nursing home and did 9 residents from the nursing home. I have 4 girls that do everything from facials to massages to hair, manis, pedis, shellac, you name it, we do it.
It's kind of unique to see something like this. Now, this is an old seminary, right?
But it's a place that once you get here, you don't have to leave. We have a 72-room hotel. Once you get in there, you are a member for the day or for the week or ever how long you stay.
How do we get more information, Cindy, about the spa and in Glenmoor in general?
You can go to our website, which is www.glenmoorcc.com.
If you've missed any of today's show, you can watch it online anytime. ONAColumbus.com. For the latest information about the show and exclusive behind-the-scenes content, follow us on Twitter. That's at ONACBus or twitter.com/ONACBus.
Well, of course, on any trip, good food is a part of it. And we had an opportunity to stop by Table 6. Now, that's a part of the 91 Restaurant Group, which encompasses several other restaurants. We talked to Amy and Greg Goehring about this wonderful restaurant and their other ones. What do you think sets this restaurant apart from some of the others?
I think we're a little bit more creative for this area. A lot of different small plates. You can come in with a family and everybody gets served all the food starts coming right away. Or you can have a nice lunch here, a nice dinner.
Well, let's talk a little bit about your cocktails here. I see we have a few things spread out in front of us.
First, we have the Moscow Mule, which that's our most popular drink, and that's a well-known drink. We do it a few different ways. We always muddle fresh ginger in our cocktail. The second one is a Pine Fin, and that'll probably go away. It's kind of a summery drink, but it's a pineapple-infused Finlandia vodka, shaken. And then the third one is a white cranberry Cosmo, and that has cranberry foam on top.
Well, what's some of your signature dishes here?
Probably our most popular dish right now is maple pecan bacon, and it's a thick applewood bacon layered with pecans and kind of a little spicy and sweet, and it's very good. We also have shrimp and grits, and we've had people from Carolinas tell us it is the best they've had, even up north. We just put chicken and waffles on our menu, and that has a bourbon maple syrup, and those are really good.
Tell us a little bit about some of the other restaurants and what we'd find there.
Okay, our original one that we start off with is 91 wood-fired oven. There's 2 locations, one here in Canton, the other one in North Canton. Wood-fired pizza, pasta, steaks, seafood. And also we have a corner tavern, sports pub. It's called Three Brothers Corner Tavern, which is your traditional sports pub, plenty of TVs, a lot of craft beers on draft, and great food.
Tell us where we can get more information on the restaurant group and, of course, hours of operation, those kinds of things.
You can go to our website. It's 91 Restaurant Group, or you can just go to either 91 Wood-Fired Oven, Three Brothers Corner Tavern, or Table 6 Canton. They'll all take you to the same website and give you our story and the menus and where we're located.
Well, on our trip up to Canton, we stopped by the Fannie Mae Harry London manufacturer where they make all these great chocolates. We talked to Elliot Callahan about the manufacturing process and about how they make 10 million pounds of confection every year. Obviously, this is one of my favorite. I love chocolates, and coming up and seeing Fannie Mae, Harry London, and Fannie Farmer, which I know is 3 of the brands that you guys represent and manufacture here, is exciting to see how you guys do that. Give us a little bit of the history of the company.
Well, all 3 of the brands started in the 20s. Harry London started in 1922. You know, it was a time in America's history where all of these ingredients were becoming accessible to, you know, your everyday worker, and the technology and the transportation was there, and so you saw a big blossoming of the confectionery business in our country. It's always been a very regional business, and so people grow up in a certain town or a certain part of the country, and they know a brand, and they come to love it as a kid around the holidays, and so people really kind of cling to those traditions too.
Tell us a little bit about the factory tour.
What we really specialize in here as confectioners is making centers, things like caramel or nougat, marshmallow, creams and truffles, and then enrobing them with chocolate. So our kitchen manufactures these recipes from the original recipes that were developed by Harry London. And when you come to the factory, you can get to see not everything, but you get to see a big portion of how those chocolates are enrobed.
You know, you also have a factory store here.
We have a selection of all of the brands that we produce here. Fannie Mae, Fannie Farmer, Harry London, Fannie Mae Artisan. And so it's just really a great opportunity to see all of those brands and all of those products. I mean, who doesn't like to go into a candy shop, right?
So, Ellie, do you have a website we can go to?
Yes, we are fanniemay.com.
Visit the Out and About Columbus Facebook page now to learn how you can win a free pass to the Haunted Farm just 45 minutes from downtown.
There's no better way to experience the Cuyahoga Valley National Park than to take a ride on the Cuyahoga Valley Scenic Railroad. Craig told us more about the unique experiences you can have while riding the railroad. Tell me what we're doing right now.
Right now we're heading southbound in the park. We're starting to see some lovely trees with the fall foliage. We're right alongside the Cuyahoga Valley River, and it's fall foliage season here.
Coming from Columbus, what would they need to do to come up here and take this tour?
The best thing for people from the Columbus area to do to access the park, ride the train, is come in through our Akron Railroad Station, which is at Howard Street and Ridge Road there.
What are some of the activities that you do if we do come up and take a tour?
If you're a bicycle enthusiast, bring your bike, because one of our most popular programs is Bike Aboard, which allows the passenger to put their bike on the train and take the train to some point in the park, 5, 10 miles, maybe even 25 miles into the park, and ride their bike back to the car, or do just the opposite. The other thing we do every day is we have scheduled excursions. So lots of sightseeing is going on during the day, Wednesday through Sundays. On the weekends, we have our very popular breakfast and lunch programs that passengers can opt into as well when they're on the train. Several evening events take place across the season as well. In October, November, no exception. We have our very popular wine and beer tasting programs, our dinner programs on Saturday, and as we get through November, we get right into the heart of the Polar Express. Based on the famous book, of course, and a Tom Hanks movie. Very popular program, tradition for many families. We put about 38,000 seats out there, 72 different train schedules. It basically sells out every year. It's very popular. So those interested in that program, starts November 14th, runs right up to December 21st. Tickets are in very high demand. I urge you to get them early and check our website to do so at www.cbsr.com.
With names like Irish Setter Red, Labrador Lager, and Barktoberfest, Thirsty Dog Brewing Company has been brewing beer here in Akron since 1997. John told us more about their award-winning beers and what's on tap for Thirsty Dog. So John, you have a lot of award-winning beers here. Tell us about this.
We've been brewing since 1997. I think currently we have the most medals of any Ohio brewery from the Great American Beer Festival and World Beer Cup, which are the most prestigious in our industry. This year we won a bronze medal for our Bourbon Barrel Siberian Night at the World Beer Cups, which was great because we've just put that beer into bottles in the last year. And we've got a Bourbon Barrel series that we bottle 2 of them, our Wolver and Bourbon Barrel Siberian, which will both be coming out to the market in the next couple weeks here, end of October, beginning of November. They're aged in bourbon barrels for 11 months here in the brewery, and we use locally sourced bourbon barrels. We're lucky enough to be close to Kentucky, so we've got a pretty good supply of them.
What's the process for all this?
Located in a 150-year-old brewery here. It was the old Burkhart Brewery. Our brew house fires up every morning around 5:30 in the morning. We brew four batches a day, 7 days a week, 2 shifts. So we start in the morning with water, barley, hops. We mash in. As soon as we move from one kettle to the next, we're chasing it with the next batch right away. We've got 7 brewers on staff that work both in the hot side of brewing and the cold side. The hot side being the brew house. which consists of our mash tun, lauter, and the kettle and whirlpool. We're roasting right now about 3,400 pounds of locally grown pumpkins, butternut, buttercup, acorn, Hubbard squash, all grown out in Randolph, Ohio. It's October, you see pumpkins for sale on the side of the road. That's when you'll see our pumpkin ale. You can check our website out at thirstydog.com, or we've got an app that you can download for Thirsty Dog that keeps you up to date on events.
If you've missed any of today's show, you can watch it online anytime. ONAColumbus.com. For the latest information about the show and exclusive behind-the-scenes content, follow us on Twitter. That's at ONACBus or twitter.com/ONACBus.
Whether you're coming for business or coming for pleasure, the Hilton Akron Fairlawn Hotel offers their guests all the amenities you could want in a convenient location. Tim Winter told me more about the hotel and their restaurant, Beau's Grill. So, Tim, I'm really amazed that this is the only Hilton in Northeast Ohio.
That's correct. Yes, we are the longest continuously owned and managed Hilton franchise in the United States. We've been here for 45 years.
So let's talk about the rooms. What do we have to choose from?
Well, we have 203 rooms. 30 of them are suites, large, oversized suites with huge bathrooms, 3 TVs, and king beds, 2 queen beds, and they complement our deluxe guest rooms, which have all been remodeled in the last 12 months. And the thing for today's business travelers, having lots of outlets or plugs for all of their devices. So we have half a dozen plugs just on the desk area.
The suites are beautiful, the rooms are beautiful, and there's every amenity you could want.
Yes, we have a very nice fitness center, indoor and outdoor pool, a steam room, a dry sauna, and even a massage therapist that's here. You can get a massage while you're here. So we have a lot of amenities.
People out there buzzing around, taking care of the grounds. Let's talk about your beautiful landscape.
Well, that's one thing our owner, Mr. Angioli, has always been very big on, is our curb appeal, making it look very nice for people pulling in. Him and his wife are very dedicated to keeping the landscaping, the flowers, everything looking fresh all year long. We're always putting fresh stuff out. It always looks good.
Well, I think it's amazing that not only the hotel guests eat at Beau's Grill, but people from all over Akron eat here.
Oh. It's very popular. Fridays and Saturday nights are very busy, and what keeps the restaurant going is during the week with the hotel guests. If the hotel is full, it's quite popular, and then on the weekends, it's very busy as well with the locals.
We have a gorgeous patio out there.
Yes, thank you. We are very proud of it. It's one of the hottest places and most beautiful places in the Akron area. There's nothing better than a July evening out there with a couple of drinks and a nice seafood or steak or something like that.
Starting from humble beginnings, Don Drumm has created a beautiful gallery that not only showcases his pieces, but that of 500 other artists from around the world. Don told me more about the studio and gallery that bears his name. Tell us a little bit about your art.
I wanted to be a veterinarian, so when I went off to college, I went to Hiram College, and I was doing fine, but I'm very dyslexic and left-handed like a lot of kids are in art. And when I hit calculus, I decided it was time to change my mind. That was probably the best thing that ever happened because it changed my whole life. I went home, told my parents nothing about my change of venue. I took my sophomore year as I would normally as a pre-med student, but I inserted some art history and another design class and found out that art was a thing for me. And so I panicked, ran all over. That was 1970. Found this old garage and decided to buy it. And being artist in residence, I had an income that was guaranteed for a couple of years there. And it allowed us to buy the building, and we began fixing it up and building it onto. And what you see today, many years later, is the growth of that old garage turned into an art gallery. I design and create crafts, which are artwork that is functional. That includes dinnerware, a lot of bowls, because I love bowls as a sculptural item or as just a basic functional thing. They can go either way. That has been very good for us. I do all kind of wall hangings. I love to do wall hangings, and I still have my love for nature, which comes from Hiram and my interest in animals, bugs, birds, and what have you. I constantly design. I mean, that's part of my makeup, and that's when I'm happiest, is when I'm designing. That's why I'm all dirty now, and this is normally how you find me.
So Don, how can we find out more?
Our website is dondrumstudios.com.
Visit the Out and About Columbus Facebook page now to learn how you can win a free pass to the Haunted Farm just 45 minutes from downtown.
Well, you know, every once in a while you find a place that has amazing clothes and beautiful deals, and that's what we found here at the Hartville Marketplace at Vita. Now, this is a place that offers that personal service and gorgeous clothes. We talked to Elizabeth about the beautiful line of clothes that she carries here. This is like walking into some high-end designer store in New York. It's amazing, the line of clothes that you have here. Tell us a little bit about the history and where you buy this and what's your motivation here.
I started Vita Boutique 12 years ago, and when I started, I didn't have a lot of clothing. I mostly carried jewelry and accessories and purses. I always have been in the clothing industry, so I wanted to get back into selling clothing, and I started buying in New York, so that's the flare you see. I do a lot of buying in Las Vegas, and a lot of my designers are high-end labels you would find in New York or in Los Angeles. I buy one-of-a-kind pieces, and I try to keep things very unique. I carry some of the labels I carry. My higher-end are Joseph Ribkoff, Frank Lyman. They're lines from Montreal.
I mean, you've got a very high-end level of clothing here, but price-wise, let's talk a little bit about that.
I do have everything from a little bit higher end. Maybe some of my dressier dresses are a little bit more expensive, but I do like to carry a variety of styles and a variety of prices. I feel that what I have, the quality and the style, is affordable for most anyone.
So I know you have some select hours here for folks that want to come and see you.
Mm-hmm. We are open. The building hours are in the Hartville Marketplace on the second floor, and we are open Monday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday from 9 to 5. So it's a little bit different. I don't want somebody to drive from Columbus and come here on a Tuesday, but we do, those are the hours that we carry.
Fantastic. And where can we find you? Where we get more information online?
And my website is www.vitaboutique.com.
Well, the C-Bus is the way we roll to the highball. May not be a slogan you know right now, but you will in a couple of weeks when you take C-Bus to Highball Halloween here on High Street. Of course, this will all be shut down for a couple of blocks. We talked to Lisa Knapp from CODA about how they're going to reroute C-Bus and how it's the best way for you to get there. Well, Lisa, welcome back to Out and About Columbus again.
Thank you so much. It's so good to be here.
We want to mention you're the lady in the know about CODA, and of course, this show today is all about Halloween. Yep. And of course, we're talking about Highball Halloween and how CODA is going to play a major role in that.
We are playing a major role this year. It's so beautiful out right now. I can hardly believe it's almost Halloween, but Highball Halloween is coming up on October 24th and October 25th, and C-Bus is the official transportation of Highball this year, so we are very excited. C-Bus is how we roll to Highball.
What's going to change as far as routing, those kinds of things?
Absolutely. Well, you know, Highball is such a unique, special event for our community, and we're so glad to be a part of it. You are going to see tons of people down here for Highball, so we think that instead of people driving, they should ride the bus, take C-Bus, either park on the outskirts of town and bring it in, or if you live close to downtown, just take the C-Bus. What's going to be a little bit different is that you can take C-Bus there and back if you're staying out late and going to some of those after parties. We're going to keep C-Bus running until 3 a.m. on Friday and Saturday. Well, Saturday and Sunday mornings, if you will.
So proving one more time that the busway is the best way.
Absolutely, absolutely. You also will see High Street closed down between Nationwide and Gooddale because all the activity is going to be happening right here for Highball this year. So unfortunately, we are going to have to reroute C-Bus a little bit, but that's so that we can keep it running smoothly. It'll be running north on 4th Street and south on 3rd Street.
Well, Lisa, of course, the big question is, where do we have more information to learn about C-Bus and the routes for Highball Halloween?
You can go to coda.com/highball.
Fantastic. Thanks, Lisa, so much for being on the show. Thank you. Always great information.